Well, hello! I hope everyone's doing well. As you probably noticed, I haven't been uploading since August. I don't really have a reason why. Well, I do have a reason why, but I'm the kind of person that likes to do big changes in her life. I get used to a job, but turns out I don't like the job or I don't like my way of living, so I just switch everything up, and I did that recently. I'm a pretty chaotic person, I would say. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I did change jobs. I started doing freelance makeup. So that's pretty exciting. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to maybe do a Q&A video where I just talk about anything and everything. So if you would like me to do one of those videos, put a question down below. If there are enough questions, I'm going to answer them maybe in a video. Anyway, I need to stop talking. I need to stop rambling. I keep doing that. I need to stop that. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing some new products. I'm so excited because about Face, they sent me a beautiful box full of goodies. So this is the blush collection, and as you can see, it's empty because I removed all the blushes already. You know me, I cannot have any self-control. I need to open everything and look at everything. I opened this package up maybe a month ago and when I went back into this packaging to film today's video, I forgot that they were lollipops in here. I'm so excited to eat those. And you also have like a little bag. I'm not sure like where or when I'm ever going to be wearing this. It's very cute though. We also have two other products from About Face that I'm going to be trying today. We have a mascara and we also have a eye vinyl effect. So this is a product that you're going to apply on your eyelids or on your face to do a glossy effect. And they claim that this is supposed to be a non-sticky formula, so I'm very excited to see that. And then we also have the mascara. So this mascara is supposed to amplify, lengthen, and lift the lashes for a flake-free, smudge-proof finish. And the blushes, they're supposed to be ultra creamy, lightweight, and be kind of a balmy type of texture. They're supposed to be buildable and have a insane staying power. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. And my first impressions with these is that when you open them up, some of them are not like sticking in the pan. So they squished in the top lid. It's not really a problem because you're just going to use it anyways and it's going to get messed up anyways. It's a good thing that this is not a powder, because if it were a powder, it probably would have like crumbled everywhere. And also right now I am applying the swatches on my arm and I'm definitely noticing that these are very, very creamy. They feel kind of like a cream to matte type of finish. Ooh. Okay, this one is not looking good at all. It's like very much exploded into the pan. That does not look good. This is pretty rough, I would say. So these, they definitely have a really good staying power. I had to use micellar water to really remove the blush from my arm. Some of them almost stained my skin. So I definitely see them being very long lasting. But anyways, let's get to the makeup part of the video. So I'm just going to go over my face makeup really quickly to get to the cheeks and the eyes. So first I'm going to be taking the M Cosmetics Face Cuddle Moisturizer Balm, which is a very lightweight moisturizer. I've been really enjoying it. For my foundation, I'll be taking the Tower 28 Sunny Days lightweight foundation. I've been also very obsessed with this. It's super lightweight, very comfortable to wear, and a very natural. And I'm just going to be using my fingers to blend this in. And as you can see, this gives such a nice layer of coverage and it's very, very natural. And the Cuddle Balm just gave a little bit more shine. I've been really liking this duo. I'm just going to take my Kaleidos lip mask, the Apple Glaze lip mask. I've been really liking this. It's just a very lightweight type of moisturizer balm. For my concealer, I've been really enjoying this right here. This is the Boing Benefit Cakeless Concealer. I do really enjoy this because it's very natural and it's definitely not cakey like it claims to be. So I'm just going to place some of that on my under eyes and where I have some redness. And with my Rare Beauty foundation brush, I'm just going to buff everything in my skin. And I'm also taking that concealer on my lid. And now really quickly, before things start creasing on my lid, I'm just going to be taking this shade from the Rare Beauty True to Myself palette, which is just a like coral type of shade. And I'm just going to buff that all over my lid. I just want a little bit of definition. For my bronzer, I'll be taking the M Cosmetics bronzer stick in the shade Summer. I'm just going to grab that with a duo fiber brush, very messily. And I'm just going to dab that in the hollow of my cheeks. And with my foundation brush, I'm just going to pat over my concealer and just clean up my contour just a little bit, especially around the temples to give a very lifted effect. I'm just taking what's left on the brush. I'm quickly going to fill in my brows with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. And with my 24-hour brow setter, I'm just going to set them in place. For my lips, I'm just going to line them really quickly with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao, which is a really nice brown shade. And in the center, I'm just going to be taking my Rare Beauty Matte Lip Cream in the shade Motivate. I'm going to be trying every single shade of blushes. I think that my cheeks are probably going to hurt. I'm probably going to have to reapply my foundation and everything, but I really want to try all these shades on my face and also give you a good look at how these shades apply on my skin tone. So yes, get ready because it's going to be a long ride. But before doing that, I'm going to be trying the eye vinyl so that this will be able to stay on my lids for some time, and we'll see if this is very long lasting or if this is going to be a creasy mess. So I'm going to go directly from the applicator. I'm just going to swipe that on my lid. I regret doing that because now there's eyeshadow on the brush. I'm going to wipe this before putting it back in the tube, but this is pretty. Alright, so first of all, it's not sticky, but it's definitely a balm texture. It's very pretty. It's super lightweight, like very, very lightweight. I'm very surprised about that. Like it feels like I have nothing on my lids. So that's very impressive. But, you know, gloss usually creases. And even though I don't have a lot of eyeshadow, I do feel like this very minimal eyeshadow is going to crease because it is a balm type of texture. It's not drying down. I think there's nothing really to do with glossy eyes, like they're just meant to crease. There's not like a product, oh actually, because Maybelline did lip vinyls which do not transfer and do not crease. So maybe if someone could do a eye gloss in the same type of formula, maybe that type of formula would not crease on the lids. So that would be very interesting. I'm not sure how safe that type of product would be to put on the lids, but all the glosses I did try, they do slip and slide. I don't think there's a lot you can do to avoid creasing and slipping and sliding. I do see a lot of potential with this gloss because it's very lightweight and a very thin type of balmy gloss. Maybe it's not going to crease as much as a thick sticky gloss. That being said, next I'm going to be trying the mascara. Maybe I should have done the mascara before the gloss. It's fine, it's fine. So this mascara brush is a silicone type of brush. The bristles are very, very small, and they said that this is supposed to lengthen and volumize your lashes, so it's supposed to do both. I don't think this is waterproof. I hope this is not waterproof because I do not like waterproof mascaras. You know, when after a couple of weeks of using a mascara, the mascara gets to like the perfect consistency of being not too liquidy but not too dry, and well, this already has that texture. It's very nice. I'm actually really, really surprised. This mascara is very impressive. It really separated the lashes, and in only one coat I have this much effect. I think this is going in my everyday pouch. I did get a little bit too confident after a while because I was applying, and I did get a little bit of chunkiness in the front lashes. So definitely have a very light hand with this when using this because it gets clunky very fast. But happily surprised with this mascara. So now we're going to start applying the blushes, and to apply all the blushes I'm going to be using a duo fiber brush. It's the same brush I use to apply my bronzer. I really like using these for cream bronzers and blush because they disperse the product very lightly and they don't leave any strokes. So yes, I really like this brush. This is a Yves Rocher brush. So I'm going to start with the funkiest shade. This is the shade called Score, which is a bright purple shade. Holy shit. So I'm just going to take just a little bit with my brush. Let's dab this on my cheeks. This is actually a really pretty shade. I'm kind of really shocked. Would I wear this in public? I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's definitely wearable. These are definitely very, very lightweight and very buildable. Let me see if I can build the shade up even more. Yeah, it's definitely very buildable. Now I think it's too much, but honestly, also the like texture of this, it's almost a cream to powder finish. It does not have a lot of shine. I think that the shine right now I have is from my Cuddle Balm and my foundation, which are more shiny. Because when I swatched these blushes, they feel creamy when you touch them with your finger, but when you apply them on the skin, it turns like a powder. It turns very powdery, and yeah, it definitely feels powdery on my cheeks also. I think I'm going to do one color on each cheek because it's going to take less time and less removing foundation. And I think we get the point when I do have the blush on one cheek. Alright, so next I'm going to be taking the shade Shagged, which is a deeper purple shade. Oh god, this is intense. Oh. This one is very intense. I don't think I like this one, but actually blended out, it does not look too bad. Like at first, I think I just applied way too much, but I feel like both sides, like if you want that shade to be wearable, then you have to go very lightweight. But if you go lightweight, it looks almost the same as this side. So not sure how I feel about that one because it's very similar. It's a little bit darker, of course, and not as violet. It has more red, but it's definitely very intense. I don't think this one is for me. Alright, so my foundation is on, ready to go. Next shade I'm going to be trying is Laid, which is a really pretty pink shade. So this one I really like. It is a lighter blush that I would usually wear. I do prefer darker blushes than this. This is like a really light baby pink shade, but I do really enjoy it. It does give a really nice flush to the cheek, and yes, I think it looks really flattering. So overall, this one I'm very happy with it. Next we have the shade Champagne Room. This one is a little bit more coral. I feel like side by side you wouldn't be able to really tell that I was wearing a different blush on each cheeks. They look very similar. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe if you're looking to get two blushes, maybe don't get both of these because they look very similar. This one is definitely more orangey. This one is more like cool tone pink. But overall, like if you were to look at me from afar, like these look super similar. Next we have the shade Smash. I really like this one. This one is very pretty. It's definitely more on the red side, but I feel like it's really flattering. Also, this one is one of the deeper shades, and I did not have any trouble trying to blend this out. So far the formula gets 2 thumbs up for me. And this shade also. Alright, next we have the shade Get Some. Look at what happened here. This is bad. They should have put more glue at the bottom. But let's try the shade Get Some. Okay, so this one is definitely more pink than I would have thought. From the first look of it, I would have pictured this one as a very pretty mauve-y, cool tone blush, but it's more warm than what I was expecting. It's still a very pretty blush, but it's not extremely different from the others. It is more purple, but like not extremely different. It's still a very pretty shade, but it's fine. Like it's not wowing me. Next one we have is the shade Raunchy, which is a very orange shade. I really like this shade a lot more than what I would have thought. It's really pretty. It's not too orange. I feel like with all of these blushes, what I'm seeing is they kind of all look very similar to one another when you go and apply it on the cheek. But this one, because it's very, very orange, it does look a lot more orange on the cheek. But it definitely looks very natural, and especially with my eyeshadow and my lip shade, I'm obsessed with this overall makeup look and this blush shade. Next, a blush that I think will also be very similar to this one is the shade Quickie, which is also a coral shade. Let me compare both of them. So this is the one we just used, and this is Quickie. So Quickie is definitely more bright. It leans more pink than the shade Raunchy, but they are very different when you look at them in the pan. But let's see how different they will look applied on the cheeks. This one is definitely more pink. I do see a good difference between both on the cheek. This one is more orange and this one is more coral pink. So if you do want more of a pinky coral shade, then probably go for the shade Quickie. And if you want more of a terracotta orange shade, then go for the shade Raunchy. My cheeks are screaming right now, but we still have 2 shades to go. I'm going to start with the shade Cowgirl, which is a very deep orange shade. If I compare it to the shade Raunchy, as you can see, Cowgirl is definitely more bright and more orange. Cowgirl is a darker version of the shade Raunchy. It's definitely pretty. I feel like it's too dark for my skin tone, but if you have a deeper complexion, this would probably look very pretty on you. So if you are my skin tone and want to try this shade out, I would say be extremely light-handed with this because it's very bright, it's very intense, but it's still a really nice shade. Okay, so last shade we have is the shade Big O, which is also exploded in the pan, and this is a deep red shade. So let's take some of that. I'm definitely going to remove some of that on the back of my hand. This looks extremely intense. Whew, that's intense. Yeah, let me take my sponge to tone this shade down. So toning it down with my sponge definitely helps. It does look very pretty when you tone it down. Again, kind of like the shade Cowgirl, if you have a deeper complexion than I do, this would probably look very pretty on you. It still looks nice on me, but again, it's too dark, it's too intense. This one is definitely red, but when you blend it out and try to not make it as intense, it turns more on the pink side, pink purple side. It's still very pretty, but again, too dark for me. Between both, I think I definitely prefer the shade Cowgirl. Overall, I will have to say all of these shades were very consistent. The formula is consistent, everything blends really nicely, everything like glides on the skin, the pigmentation is buildable. So overall, I am very impressed with these. I will say my 2 favorite blushes that I tried so far, I'm very surprised because I really would have thought that I would enjoy the shade Laid more than these. I'm obsessed with the shade Smash and the shade Raunchy. Both of these shades are gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And I think for this makeup look, I'm going to go for the shade Raunchy just because it's a nice coral shade and I felt like it went really nicely with my lip shade and my eyeshadow. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the makeup look. Honestly, I'm obsessed with everything that I tried. The mascara, it just gave a really nice effect all at once. When you're in a hurry and you like big voluminous lashes, this does the job really quickly. It separates the lashes, it gives a lot of volume, it's buildable, but when you do too much it can get clunky, so I would say be careful when applying this, but I'm obsessed with this mascara. The vinyl effect, I'm obsessed. I really want to try this with a darker eyeshadow look because it probably would be another story, but with the eyeshadow I have right now, it did crease a little bit, but not a lot. It definitely is staying in place, so I'm quite surprised by this gloss. It's definitely not a budge proof gloss because it does have a lot of slip and slide, but definitely one of the best eye gloss I tried so far. The Makeup Mario gloss is very sticky and very creasy. The Morphe gloss is very similar to this one actually, but I feel like the Morphe one does crease more than this one. So honestly, I would say if you're looking for an eye gloss, I would recommend this one. But yeah, so overall, I'm very happy with these products. Let me know in the comments below if you did try About Face products and if you have a favorite products from them. I'm very curious to get your opinion on About Face because it's kind of a new brand. And so far, I feel like they really differentiate themselves from other brands. They're very out there, they're colorful. Let me know what's your opinion on this brand on the comment section down below, and don't forget to let me know if you would like me to do a Q&A and leave your question down below also. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm happy to be back. I'm probably not going to do videos every single Mondays. I'm just doing makeup as I want to. I definitely want to be more active on Instagram because I've been letting my page die and it's very sad to put so much work into something and just let it die. Same with my YouTube channel. So I really want to try and like just put a little bit more time into my social media accounts. I'm going to try and upload a little bit more often. I really appreciate you watching my videos and enjoying the content I put out there for the world to see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I put up new videos sometimes. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.